So Domonique Foxworth, who played cornerback in the NFL, on the type of head coach the Browns could be looking for.
I think that keeping Andrew Berry, that's one of the challenges with that is there's certain coaches that Andrew Berry, my guess is, and it's not just Andrew Berry, it's anybody in the general manager's role with some power. And we talked about this last year with the Belichick, or 2 years ago with the Belichick stuff. It's like, if you have a GM in place, he's not going to want to hire the head coach with a long track record who will come in and automatically have some more credibility and authority than him. So, I think Barry's going to probably want to hire, and of course, Jimmy Haslam can make whatever decision he wants, but he's going to want to hire someone who's not going to infringe on his role, someone who believes in his vision, not someone who comes in with their own specific vision on how to run a franchise.
And again, to me, if you're talking about a coordinator coming in to this situation, it's a bad idea. Jim Schwartz makes that makes me scream even more. Hire the guy that's here.
Well, and it was 12 years ago. He was head coach in the NFL. It didn't go great, but kind of like Stefanski, he took the Lions, who at the time I think they were winless, and they got to the playoffs one year. But like Belichick, when he left Cleveland, a lot of us didn't think he was going to be successful. And look at what he did. I'm not saying Schwartz would go to that level, but I think that he's been very good. I think he would have learned from his mistakes, in the last 10 years, if he got a chance to be a head coach again. And I just think, it just makes too much. You're risking too much. I mean, the quickest way to the playoffs, I just laid out their schedule next year, is a lockdown defense and getting the offense fixed. And I mean, you added 3 or 4 offensive playmakers. How about go get a couple sure shot free agents and then draft some more on offense and turn it around with a new line and a couple more weapons. So that just to me makes too much sense than to basically blow it up, because I understand what he's saying about a proven coach doesn't want to be told what to do. If you remember last year, the Jaguars, they ended up firing their general manager because they wanted to hire Cohen, and Cohen didn't want the general manager, as I understand. And so, you don't want rules and restrictions, and that's where I said I do think Schwartz knows the situation. He has a great working relationship with Andrew Berry. That's what he said when he got hired here, one of the reasons he came here. So maybe I'm reading too much into it, and maybe they'll go a completely different way, but it just seems to make sense here. Add a disciplinarian type coach and keep the defense, but just find an offensive minded, up and comer to be the offensive coordinator.